I don't ever hold a mic like this. This feels like I'm Bono or something.
Oh, it's it's something new for you.
Let's turn off that.
Bono?
Let's turn off
Why'd
that.
you go to Bono? Okay, let's go Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, dude.
Bono?
I'm holding this bitch.
No, you should be ashamed
I'm
that you
holding
went
this,
to Bono.
Like, lately I've been like
Targeting us.
bumping into stuff, and instead of me getting hurt, the stuff moves. I'm so thick these days, dude. I hit the table, and everything in this room was like, "Goo-goos." I think it was a woman, though. The artist was a woman. Ooh. What? You said he.
Oh, did I? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
About $70,000 it had given him to the... It was a guy. What's up, BandHouse roadies? For $5 a month, you get to choose what songs we listen to. For $20 a month, you can be on the BandHouse wall. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you for all the comments, your love and support.
We really appreciate
You never know how much it means to us.
And thank you to all of our patrons. I'm so f***ing grateful.
Oh, and you got the pad back.
I'm gonna plug it right in there.
The pad.
Yeah, but I got the pad. Not everything cool, but I got the button.
Oh, all your stuff is gone?
No, I mean, it's the same.
Oh, well, the same shit's good. You got that Phantom. Isn't that what it's called? Phantom power?
That's 48 volt. That's for microphones. This is something else.
I've always loved that term, Phantom power, but I don't know what it means.
I think of Metallica every time.
Phantom Lord. I have sound in both ears.
Right. That started recently.
So far, I think I had sound in both ears last time.
Good.
I think I did.
Oh, this is you right here. That's your handsome shot.
So you only got me a mic stand because I made such a shtick
Yeah.
about it, but you're like, nah.
I have one in my car, but I don't need it.
You don't want it, huh?
I don't ever hold a mic like this. Every time I'm on stage, it's like that. So this feels like I'm Bono or something.
Oh, it's
It's
something new for you.
Let's turn off that.
Bono?
Let's turn off.
Why'd you go to Bono?
Because he would be a lead.
Bono.
When I say lead singer,
no,
who do you think of?
Oh, fuck Bono,
Well,
dude.
yes, also that.
Fuck Bono.
Clip it and send it to him.
Oh my God.
If I say lead singer, who do you think of?
James Hetfield.
Dumb. That's not
Dumb.
That's not right.
Yeah, it is.
He's a guitar.
It is right.
He's chug, 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 chug. I was thinking like Madonna or
Oh, like they have to only sing?
well, like just like when I say lead singer, like a poster child for lead singing. Jeff Tate.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie
that's good.
Mercury. Let's go Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, dude.
Bono.
I'm holding this bitch
No,
like
you should be ashamed
I'm
that
holding
you went
this
to
shit
Bono.
like Freddie Mercury.
All right, fine.
Is the first thing I said.
Okay, that's the first one.
You ready to blast this thing off?
Yep.
I put an 808. Yeah.
And blast! No!
Okay, so it's cool.
No!
Having the board here is worth it. Y'all, welcome to BandHouse Podcast. We're back in the house. I got Steven, the lover of all people, regardless of their height.
Okay, my first question.
Yeah.
Why is the door open?
So that it won't get so hot?
Does nobody use that room?
They do, but I've never seen him here after hours. So if he shows up now, I'll be like, come on in.
Hey, man.
Hey, that's it.
Hey.
I need to figure out how to get the guy's number so I can like try to like at least not be here when he's doing shit and vice versa. But honestly, it doesn't matter.
We got a buzz.
All hell.
Maybe it's my phone. Is that still a thing?
No, it's the HM4 here I'm using. Oh, that is still a thing, though.
The phone is still a
for
thing?
sure. Yeah, I was trying to play the other day live, and I was like, I just got to get rid of my phone. Because it's
Really?
live. I'm live, and it's like, I guess it depends. Like, I was playing a Les Paul. Maybe Les Pauls they pick up phones good.
What was that thing? Man, I'm going to be amazed if you remember this. I only kind of remember this. There was something we were at your mom's house, and like there was something with the outlets at your mom's house that like somehow it carried sound through the amps.
And my mom's got the best outlets, dude.
Do you remember
they carry
what I'm
the
talking
No, I
about?
don't. I have no idea.
There was,
I wanted to play along,
maybe it
but
was
I really
the phone.
don't.
Maybe it was like the phones. Oh man, I don't know.
I've been at
I remember something weird about it.
At my old house at the Shit Shack, I know that we had some issues.
He had some stuff.
I mean, we also tried to plug band practice into one outlet.
Yeah.
And
that is rough, man.
Dude, imagine all the things. Think of all the things you've learned over the years that aren't C major and G.
So, well, back to the electricity thing.
The hum.
This is
that I can only
This
hear.
is one of the this is a nod, I think, for old tube amplifiers, because I think they have their own problems where you do have to have consistent power and they don't run right if you don't. And that's kind of where power conditioners come into
What's
play.
a tube amp?
But tube amps, they're so loud and they don't use nearly as much power. Like my little Headrush speaker is 2,000 watts is the peak.
I don't even know what that means. That's so many watts.
It's a shitload of power. What is the equation? It's your amps times your volts equals watts.
What about ohms?
Ohms is resistance. Yeah. So ohms is basically resistance to electricity. And I still don't quite understand ohms, but if you don't have ohms, your amp fucking blows up.
Right.
It overheats.
Right.
Which I still, it's like the internet. I can't fully understand, but it's if you don't have ohms, your amp tries to send too much electricity to your speaker. And
understanding that stuff is
it's so weird.
It's like staring into the sun. It's like once you try to understand it, it slips.
Yeah, I don't.
Dude,
I spent a considerable amount of time on Google, and I wrapped my head around. Okay, when it comes to ohms, if I have two speaker outputs, and I plug it into two 4-ohm cabs, that's only 2 ohms. You're cutting the ohms in half. But if you stack the cabinets, so you plug head into cab into another cab, then you double the ohms. So I'm like, okay, I get that. But I still don't get what it is. They have to resist so that your fucking amp
you have to resist.
But anyway, my point to all of this was, you have the digital era, you have all these power amps and they're solid state, but they use a fuckload of power. They're all 2,000 watts.
Solid state amps, you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about solid state, so that's new to me. So they use more watts.
Well, I mean, a solid state amplifier doesn't.
All right, pretend I didn't ask. Let's go back to before I
it just depends. I'm just saying that, okay, I guess the way I should say this is, my 2,000 watt Headrush speaker,
right,
the loudness,
yeah,
even though it's using 2,000 watts,
yeah,
I would say is probably equivalent to this Black Star, which is only a 40 watt tube amp.
Right.
But their loudness is equivalent.
But the tubes make the watts louder.
So my argument for tubes is when you're plugging into maybe just one circuit, I would think tubes are the better way to go, because it's you're not using nearly as much wattage.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I think.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you?
I don't even remember. Oh, your house. That's how we got onto this whole thing.
Yeah.
So that is
just a little ohm speak. Just a little electricity talk.
For the people that have followed the trend of me saying I like digital stuff, that's one argument I do have for tube amps. Is I feel like it is more ideal for
that is a BandHouse through line.
Stage sound.
You liking that? I played a gig the other day. There was 4 guitar players on stage. Felt like the Eagles. It was oh, don't play. The whole time I was don't play. Don't play anything, because they got it.
They got it.
I was basically auditioning for a band live. I got the part. Shout out to Slim Wizzy. I got the band. But they wanted me to come play live so I could basically watch their lead guy do his thing, and I could do my thing, but also still improvise and play music and have fun. Anyway, the point of the story was...
You're in an Eagles cover band now?
No, we felt like the Eagles. Because there's 4 guitarists. I know,
I
went too fast on that. My point to the whole thing was...
You're in a band called Slim Wizzy now?
Only 2 of us had amps. The other 2 guys were just straight on.
They just went straight on it.
One was acoustic.
They had to have something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, acoustic. What about the other guy?
He had something like what you got. In fact, he forgot his real monitor, his wedge.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah. He forgot a wedge or something, so he had to use his actual amplifier as someone else's wedge or something like that. So he had no amp. He was just riffing heavy distortion with no amp, just little fucking buttons on the ground.
Hey, man, it works really well. I'm telling you.
Meanwhile, I'm dropping my pedal board and hardware's ping flying off, and the cables. I press the fucking the tuner, and I can't see the tuner screen from there because the sun is in, and then it. Yeah.
I'm gonna start throwing ideas out because I think I do have good ideas, and I keep them to myself because I have this weird thing that I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it so that I get all the money, but I'm never gonna do it.
Oh, I see.
So here's an idea. Here is an idea.
Yeah, for free, you can have it.
Somebody do it. Somebody do it. Maybe they already have. I mean,
this is what building communities is for. Once we have enough people, we just tell them to do stuff that we want to do that we'll never do.
So maybe they've already done this. Okay, but take it'd be like very similar to like building a PC, but you build like an internal it's a pedal board, but it's basically a single unit. So you take the circuitry of like, let's say a TS9. You take, because it like if you open it up, you can remove that and put it into another chassis, right?
Sure.
So you take that out.
Chassis.
You take like all of your favorite pedals, and basically someone takes all of that circuitry out, and then they put it into just one board that then it operates like a digital pedal board, but it has the analog circuitry that you like. Yeah. And then but then that way, and maybe
why do I like the analog circuitry though? It has distance to travel. What is it? I don't understand. I know that electricity, when it travels long distances, it loses high frequency.
I'm not really your guy to talk about. You need RJ for this. RJ could have a great conversation with you about probably the more authenticity.
We should change our podcast to Two Pontificating Bastards.
Yeah. He could talk about the authentic sound of like vintage pedals versus like a head rush that's trying to emulate those pedals and what the differences are. But what's nice about the head rush, another nice thing about the digital, is I can press one button and it can turn off the chorus, turn on the distortion, turn on another amp model, and it'll do all of this at once. So, but with this board, you have the analog circuitry, but maybe you still have the functionality of pressing one button and it can disable this circuitry and enable
ideally,
this here and there.
What you do is you do the John Mayer, hang with me. You don't misogyny all over women, but
is he?
He's
got that going on?
You take like a pedal board and you put it on a rack, turn them all on, and have a separate board that's just a board, that's just a switcher, right? And then you have your switchers that do all the work.
Okay, so they do have something.
He has like 5
that.
layers of boards, so it's like a big old fucking thing. It's full of pedals that are all.
I think the advantage of what I'm talking about though too is it would all be soldered, so everything would become one piece. So there's no like what fucking patch cable isn't working today.
Yeah.
Deal.
Someone, if you're an artist or do renderer, why don't you render?
Somebody do that. I think,
render us up something at least, a visual.
I think that's a good idea. I think I'm onto something there, and I need to start throwing my ideas out there because I'm not gonna do them. I'm too lazy and I don't have time. Well, but I think that's a pretty good idea.
Right. It's a good idea, I think.
You need to bring. I think it's maybe time to realize that there's the warmth of tubes. People don't want to see that go away, but there's there's an inconvenience factor to a lot of it, and we got to modernize it to apply to the modern day stage.
Exactly parallel in the Melee world with tube TVs, except for pretty much it's already happened. We're now using these, and I haven't used I got rid of my tube TVs long ago. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Melee.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Oh, you got. I
have some stuff.
You got specifics.
I got segments, dude. Okay.
Okay. Can I throw just one? Can we do one other thing?
Yeah, hit me.
Can we do one other thing?
Yeah, hit me.
I know that you don't like Nickelback.
I'm fine with them.
But
I had their album.
I would try them again, and I'm not saying that you're gonna like them, but dude, pay attention to their guitar tone.
Okay, yeah, I've never done that.
I'm telling, namely, dude, the bass tone, dude,
Yeah.
that bass. I don't know who the bassist is. That is one of the most dialed in bass tones I've ever heard. Like,
I'll look it up.
Dude, it is nasty,
Nasty.
bass.
Play-
It's so good.
We'll cut to some Nickelback right now.
All the tension in the world today. All the little girls filling up the world today.
We're not supposed to hate Nickelback anymore. They said it themselves.
We're
not supposed to, so.
I lived in guilt for a long time for liking them.
Shameful.
I was ashamed of myself for a long time.
Right. But
as of recently, I've come back out of my shell. I'm like, no, fuck this, dude. I like Nickelback.
That's good.
I really do. And actually, I've like dove deeper because it used to be like Silver Side Up, The Long Road, and All the Right Reasons.
Dude,
those were the ones that I would listen to. But they got some shit on some of their other albums, and I'm like, dude, like, sorry, but like heavy guitar tones, man.
They definitely are heavy. Do they drop? They drop or they just play fourths?
Dude, they are way down.
Yeah.
They are way
on
down.
Nice. That was cool. Shout out Tim Riley.
Way on down.
Yeah, he's low. He gets down to like an A flat. A woman died at the transfer station where me and Aaron dumped all our house shit.
Like, you saw her die?
No, but it was in between the 2 times we went there. Like this last week. We went there once, and the next time we go there, goes, oh, dude, some woman died here. I'm like, what happened? She was dumping her shit, and someone backed her over. Backed over into her. And then the whole time we were dumping stuff, I was like, oh, we're going to slip and fall in there. And it would, like, I almost manifested my own death.
She got pushed into the...
For the story, let's say, yeah. But I think she's probably just old and got hit.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. Because, yeah, a car hitting you
what?
could kill you if you're that of a certain age.
Is it the dump that's right by the house?
What age will you not get killed? Like 25 to 35? If you're younger or older than like 19 to 30?
A lot. I mean,
when are you humans
you
the
don't
most
have,
physically
You don't
endurable?
have very good odds.
No.
It doesn't really matter what, but I think you're probably like
right now. My body could take.
We have our best shot at surviving.
Dude, lately, I've been like bumping into stuff, and instead of me getting hurt, the stuff moves. I'm so thick these days, dude. I hit the table, and everything in this room was like,
Dude,
like,
that is
oh
my life,
God.
man.
Yeah.
That is my life. I run into stuff, and then stuff falls over.
I've been
and
straddling
it's
a
like,
buck 99. Yeah. Okay. News segments.
Okay.
I found some news segments that are kind of music related, or at least artist related, or maybe not.
Okay.
That I thought you'd find interesting.
Okay.
This one's from Fortune.com. I don't know anything about news stories or if that's a good one or not, but
I think Fortune is, they're pretty well known.
Tight. Artist ordered to pay museum back $77,000 after submitting 2 blank canvases under the title "Take the Money and Run." So, if you can see here, 2 blank canvases, got the money, take the money and run.
So, well, hold on. Yeah. So they got, how much money did they get for those?
$77,000. So they had to pay it back to the museum.
Okay.
I was going to read the article, but it makes me pay. So Fortune is one that makes you pay.
So a museum
in Dania. It was a Danish woman. So
okay, but how
in Dania? Obviously,
I don't understand. So what it had to have been something where they contracted an artist saying, "Hey, we're going to give you $77,000. We need you to do a piece."
Right. It was probably
for
that
a museum.
Yeah.
I have so many questions. First of all, how do you come up with $77,000?
Right.
What is 77?
That's just that's how good it was.
Is it one of those strategies where they were like, "We'll pay him 85, but we're gonna offer him a weird number because."
Oh right, it's psychological.
When you offer a weird number, it seems more calculated.
When you offer a weird number, you get a weird fucking art. You get a weird art.
So they offered him 77. Is that common in the art world where literally?
I think it was a woman though, misogynist. So just saying, the artist was a woman. Ooh,
what?
You said he.
Oh, did I? Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I said he.
How dare you?
Anyway, so
dare you?
Is this common in the art world where?
Well, the argument of what is art?
You're a well-known artist, and literally, like a museum will come to you and be like, we're gonna offer you the money right now because we know. I guess it's probably pretty, like if you're an actor or actress, right? They get paid before they do the movie.
Right.
Leo gets his money before he even starts, whether the movie bombs or not, because it's Leo.
Absolutely.
But also, it's not going to bomb.
Take
if it's
the Money
Leo.
and Run is a piece of artwork by Jens Hanning, which I was commissioned by the Kunsten Museum
That's
of
the
Modern
word I
Art
was
in
looking for,
Aalborg in
commissioned.
Denmark, otherwise known as Dania, because it's Danish. And I made it up just now. In 2021, the artwork consists of empty canvases intended to act as commentary on poor work wages. So this is exactly just argument.
Okay, but you're going to take that out on a museum?
Yeah. It's weird. Okay.
That's where you're gonna
Two-frame blank, about $70,000. It had given him to the. It was a guy. The museum had commissioned the artist Jens. I thought it was Jen. Jens is a guy name. Shout out to Jens Larson, jazz guitar teacher on YouTube. Jens is a Danish male's name.
I love that so much. That's one of the most perfect things that's ever happened
it's pretty full circle.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Absolutely.
That is so great. All right, anyway.
Both stated that the Kroner were repaired. Blah, 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 blah. Let me find something good here. You know how these articles are where you have to read through and scroll. I wish we had a fucking Jamie up here doing it for us.
You're never.
I've been asking
We
people.
are never.
But they don't like my offer.
Free, and you're going to be in a miserable little fucking closet
Hey,
with two guys that suck.
Don't tell them how cramped it is in here. It looks good on camera.
It's horrible in here.
On cam?
It is so horrible.
On camera, it's pretty good.
It is absolutely the worst.
He ended up
time.
acknowledging that he did not fulfill the original commission, so that's his problem.
What's the original? Oh, so there are parameters? What's...
My guess is it was supposed to be something else, and he's like, got lazy, and he's like, I got a better idea.
I don't know how you would quantify artwork, because, I mean, I can...
Well, this one says $84,000.
If you're a musician, it's pretty cut and dry. You get paid $600 for 3 hours or whatever, right?
I could show up and do the silent song for 3 hours.
Right, but I could see where that, you're like, no, give me my money back.
And I'd be like, you're right, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't sing a song.
Right. So I guess this is kind of the equivalent to that.
All right, so let's hear your thoughts below. We're going to move on to the next one here, which is... Oh, boy, I didn't have this set right. It's okay, I'll cut it. I'll cut it later. Damn you.
What are your thoughts on the Eggnator?
I used to have one, a little combo.
I know, but this one.
It was the same. I mean, it was essentially the same. Oh, no, this is a Renegade. Oof, just seeing that and saying it out loud really took me back, dude. But it's broken now.
Oh, is it?
Maybe. Like...
Are there still tube guys?
Nope, but that's the theme on this podcast. If you're a tube guy, fucking email me and I'll pay you normal wage. Lower.
Than normal.
Yeah. That's why no one hits me up, because I'm like, I can't pay you. Just help me.
Just help.
The thing is, anyone who offers help now and gets in on the ground level, when this thing fucking takes off, dude.
A tube guy is not going to reap the benefits of this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Go see Tom the Tube Guy.
I would love for a tube guy to be had for me. Have me one. There we go. Next news story. 52 cans of beer.
52?
52 cases of beer.
Oh, cases is
My bad.
way different. That's a lot.
That's way different.
52 cases is insane.
Yeah. Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, and the staff and the crew, all those guys, during a concert, drank 52 cases of beer. And it made news story. And it was a long time ago.
That's a lot.
It was in like the 70s or something.
That is a lot.
Back when old white men counted cases of beer. Yeah.
I need to know how many people.
Right. It was probably a lot of people.
Well, even if it's one per. Even if it's 52 people.
Right.
And it's probably not 52 people.
That's a good point.
So, yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's insane, dude. 52 cases of beer?
At a festival in 1980.
What is a case? Hold on, what's a case?
24 to 30.
Okay. And that's cans, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, cans and bottles are the same, right?
Right, 12 ounces.
Yeah, it's 12 ounces. That's right.
It was held at former Rams Stadium to avoid damage in the field for football Sunday. The crowd was only allowed in the stands. But the fans, blah, 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 they're giving me a lot of details that I don't need. The Hag. I love that nickname, the Hag. It's one of the worst nicknames of all time.
The Hag.
The bar used around 40 gallons of whiskey for the round of drinks. And the bar tab for Merle's massive order came out to $12,000. But when
that was 1975?
That was 1980, yeah. Merle's record stood in the Guinness Book of World Records until 2016 when a UK brewery bought 412 beers at a pub to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's 90th birthday.
Dude, 12 grand in 1980 is steep.
Well, apparently because of the beer order amount.
There are houses you can buy for 12 grand in 1980.
Yeah, for real. Well, yeah, he was a rock star. He was a country star.
Your Canyon Road house, I bet, in 1980 was about 12 grand.
Yeah.
I bet it's close.
Yeah, I don't know. This article's weird. But basically the headline was pretty good. All right, well, that's been enough of this news segment.
You only had 2?
I have a bunch, dude. You want more?
Yeah.
All right.
You can always cut them.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Do you know about Roger Waters redoing The Dark Side of the Moon?
That's a horrible idea.
Right.
Why?
I think we've talked about it before.
Why
it's a
would
redux.
You do that?
It's a redux.
That's
What's
dumb.
a redux? Have you heard of a redux?
That's called I am getting somewhat low on money, and I'm just gonna go for
no
it.
way is he low on money. He's been touring. He hasn't stopped. I just saw him. It was an amazing tour. It made lots of money.
Okay, well then he is.
I think it's more of an ego thing. This is mine now.
That's just a bad idea. Oh, did he just like get the rights to it or something? Is
Like
that what's going on?
Something's happening there.
That's a bad idea. Let it lie, man. You have the greatest. I mean, arguably the greatest rock album. I think a lot of people would put Dark Side of the Moon as the greatest
album of all time.
I
would argue it's top 10.
I would put it right there. If somebody tells me that Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon is the greatest album of all time, like I'm not going to get into a thing about it.
Rock or otherwise, dude.
Yeah. So why fuck with it? Let it lie, man. Come out with. I would rather hear I would rather hear a new Pink Floyd song.
I'm stoked to hear it because it's going to be bad. And I was hoping that by the time we did this, it would be out, but it's not yet.
No, I'm not even going to hear it. I'm not even going to.
I'll show it to you.
I'm not even going to give it a listen.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't deserve it.
Let's read the comments. It sounds like the guy from the wall at the senior center on bingo night doing a karaoke version of one of his old Floyd tunes. Oh, so it must be out.
Man.
It's even worse than I expected. I already set the bar low. How did he reimagine it?
All right, maybe we need to give it a listen.
Let's check it out.
We should do. Are we going to do reactions?
Yeah, we will.
So what? Can that just be one of them?
No, because then we have to listen to the whole thing.
Okay.
Waters, Dark Side, Redux.
I'm going to play with these.
I don't want to turn off the recording, so we got to ride it out. Ladies and gentlemen.
And blast!
BandHouse Podcast. Starting over. Just like every day of my life, I wake up and it feels like I'm starting over. But things are turning out all right. We got Steven with us. We're going to listen to...
What if I hit it again? What if I hit it again?
Don't hit it again.
What if I hit it again?
I have to press a lot of buttons to stop it. Hold on. Here we go. We're listening to, if you're just joining us, we're listening to Roger Waters.
If you're just like, we're live right
Redux.
now on the radio.
Yeah. It's different already. So far, I like it. The birds instead of the. Wait, there it is. People listening here like...
The memories of a man in his old age are the deeds of a man in his prime.
Of the what of the man in his prime?
Deeds.
You shuffle in the gloom of the sick room and talk to yourself as you die.
So far, it's a bit different. Is this audiobook?
For life is a short, warm moment. And death is a long, cold rest.
Whoa.
You get your chance to try in the twinkling of an eye. 80 years with luck, or even less. So all aboard for the American tour. And maybe you make it to the top.
It didn't even drop?
But mind how you go.
More?
And I can tell you.
Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, it was your drums. Did you hear that? Listen. That sounded just like when you were like...
Yeah. So beyond it being a bad idea, he also cheaped out on it.
Okay, at least I know what song it is.
Okay, let's hear the singing.
I already know. He changed the melody when I saw him live. It's cool. Though.
Money.
Just kidding. It's not cool.
Money.
Gotcha.
Job with more pay and you're okay.
This reminds me of, have you ever heard,
Money.
oh my god. Oh my god. Star Trek.
Yeah. William Shatner doing
William
Rocket
Shatner,
Man. Yeah.
doing Rocket Man. Golly.
Golly.
Where is my mind going, man?
You got there though.
Holy smokes.
Oh no, you didn't. I did it. I did it for you.
That was bad.
Yeah.
But that's that was horrible.
Yeah. It's okay, man. I got you. We're on the same page.
Money.
Get a job.
Get a job.
Okay, you want another news story?
The greed of life.
Also, feel free
in
to...
the twinkling of an eye is...
I don't have any evil stuff. Oh, it's spooky season.
As good as you thought it was going to be.
That's a creepy voice. Say something scary.
You may never know it, but you're always being watched
That doesn't sound like you.
by the darkness of your past.
Are you making that up right now? That was so good. That was really good. Evil. Let me try. Evil comes thrice a year. That's so bad already. All right, hold on. Knock, knock. That's right. It's your life. I'm not as good at it as you. Might need to be longer, maybe. Once upon a time, a woman climbed from the well. She didn't make it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good. News story?
All right, let's see. What else you got?
This is an old one. This is a throwback to an old classic take.
Okay.
Okay. Remember the band Ghost? Or you know the band
Yeah,
Ghost.
oh yeah. Great show. Me and RJ went and saw Ghost. They put on a fantastic show.
Ghost's Tobias Forge. Judas Priest is pop music. Now, while Ghost aesthetic is as metal as it gets, their music is more mainstream than Cannibal Corpse. I'm reading this now. When asked about his influences, Forge said he's got an eclectic mix of inspirations. By the way, if anyone, I just feel like the next person that says they like all kinds of music to me, I'm going to throat chop them. I'm sick of hearing it. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say
have
it.
some conviction.
Have some balls, dude, and just say I like Michael Jackson.
I like country.
I like Merle Haggard. I like the Ventures.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
I don't like music. I like baseball.
Have some conviction.
Thank you.
I don't like music.
I'm a big fan of what most
like
people would
baseball
regard as well-written music. I like music that moves and blah, 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 like Fleetwood Mac. While
Okay.
he mentioned Judas Priest among his major influences, he debated whether to call them heavy metal band. You took my heart and let it flow to
Does he maybe have a point though? Like if you're talking about I'm thinking like the drums are just like
yeah, but that's rock and roll, dude. Even the drums are rock drumming 101. I see where you're coming from, but refute. Redux. I redux you. Wait, say what you said again? Give me your take again. Go ahead.
Maybe they have a point with
No!
it's tough to hop on that bandwagon for me.
And it's an old funny. That's more of a meme joke at this point than a.
And especially like you start thinking about like
they are heavy metal,
screaming for vengeance,
or
that's very heavy metal,
or the songs, like Metal Gods. That's a song they.
But
did.
I would suppose if you're talking in terms of heaviness. Judas Priest today,
right,
by just heaviness standards,
right,
are not going to hold a candle to some of these crazy drop tune 9-string bands.
Speaking of mainstream, or speaking of like heavy, I want to cut into the next segment, which we're going to listen to a live metal band on Conan, and we'll see if this is pop or metal.
Okay.
Oh, look, what a convenient! I don't have to do much. I can just.
Oh, look at that.
Slide on through here.
Oh, you got a little argument for not a mic.
All right, everybody, we are back. My next guests come to us from Richmond, Virginia. They are here tonight with a song from their Grammy-nominated album, Sacrament. Please welcome Lamb of God.
Have you seen this?
No.
Me neither. This will be a full reaction. No pausing. The raw energy, dude. It's like what Metallica sounds like.
I love the Mesa Boogie full stack.
Yeah, no backing tracks.
Oh, and he's got Mesa Boogie 8x10 bass cab too.
So basically, this is just pop now. Just kidding. Mark Morton, baby. Get it, Mark? Thumb out. Do you see? Willie's got thumb up. Mark's thumb out.
Also, can we talk about very interesting choice to play live? This is not their hit off of this album.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this song. His voice is wild. Maybe not his best day. This is like track 8 or some shit, right? This is out there.
Yeah, that's the thing that baffles me is that this is the one they chose to play live. Because, dude, Redneck was off of this. That's like their smash hit.
Yeah, why did they play Confederate?
Redneck is like their big. I mean, that song was in the stratosphere for a while.
This is classic Lamb of God. Everybody's there with long hair. I mean, Randy's hair is a little short. But look at that.
Well, and Chris is with them.
Oh, yeah.
Chris ain't in Lamb of God anymore.
That's sick. Like, disgusting. Like,
great tone.
Like, it hurts.
Great tone.
Oh, what a weird... I haven't heard this in forever. Who in the room is enjoying this? Those 4 guys? I mean, actually, anyone can see that and be like, this is fucking sick, dude.
Chris is one of the best drummers of all time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Rattling
so
Adley.
Clean.
Rattling Adler. Adderall
so
Addy.
Clean.
Mark Morton. Wah, baby. Blues. Kirk.
That is very Kirk. That sounds like Kirk.
It sounds like live Kirk. It's Kirk still. It's Kirk. Wait, let's do the lick.
Kind of.
I was ready for this.
I know.
That was amazing, Kirk solo.
That was very Kirk.
That's the written solo too, right?
I don't
think he improvised.
I don't really remember this song.
I do.
I remember that riff, but I don't really remember this song. Oh, there you go.
Rock and roll. Weird, dude. Rock and roll doesn't belong on late night TV.
Look at Conan. Look at Conan. He's like, yep.
Yes, thank you very much.
He's bigger.
So much sarcasm.
Thank you, nice. Very much. Thank you. Very good then. He's bigger than all of them.
Yeah, Conan is very tall. Conan's like 6'6" or some shit. Yeah.
Have you heard him without Adler? Do they have anything?
You should listen to. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna find it. There's something you really should hear. I actually wanted you to listen to this before you knew it was Lamb of God, but that's already ruined. Yeah, since we're on the subject, I'll forego that. But yes.
The way he does it sounds like I can do it, and then I can't.
Okay. I think it's their newest. Maybe I'm 3 albums. What's this? No. I think it's this one. I love how I said this is new Lamb of God, and this is 8 years old.
So new though. So this is Adler.
I don't think so. I think Adler's still. Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
Not for 8 years.
Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, get it. Play it.
Here, let's pull it up. So the song is called Overlord.
This is the one?
Yeah, this is the one.
Kirk. Any blues player ever.
Singing.
I mean, he gets singer every time. What's weird is I don't hate it.
I know, dude. It's cool.
In fact, I like it. Deftones
Yeah.
with Mark Morton. Change. There he was. It's Chains now. It's Ghost.
Oh, it is Adler. It is Adler.
Yeah, I know. Listen. Fucking open those ears, dude. This is why he left, dog.
Probably.
This is 100.
It's not metal, but
He
we'll see where it
exactly
goes.
loves the metal. He's out.
I love that clip. So, well, it's not metal, but I guess we'll try it out, see where it goes.
Regarding Sacrament or something.
Yeah.
Dude, he's good at singing.
I know. It's cool, man.
Even when it shows Chris Adler, he's like fake smiling. Back. That reminds me of Ghost.
Yeah, dude.
He makes me want to scream.
Distorted all yourself into
weird video. What is this video?
Black and white. They wrote a pop song. And he's not writing about politics. There we go. Halftime.
I forgot it does this.
Fuck yeah. They always do extra song
Fuck
at the end.
yeah.
This is Chris, like, if we don't do this, I'm out.
Yeah. It's like, it's not metal. So, I mean, maybe a metal part.
Did they bring it back or to the end? And because they're not Metallica, they don't bring it back.
They don't bring it back.
They could though.
I don't think they have to. Oh, they do bring it back a little bit.
They Creed it back. This is not really a Creed thing. Who does this with their songs? Metallica! They're Metallica.
Okay, they're
They
Metallica.
bring it back.
I didn't think they'd bring it back.
That means we get a real cool ending now.
You were right about the cool ending, because now it's kind of both of them.
Drop D makes my face squish. Opeth. Anytime you do this.
Oh, they killed each other.
Sick. Is it really? Oh, so then it's probably not coming back. Again? Is it coming back?
That would be crazy.
They get over. Dun, 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 dun. What the fuck? I bet they lost a lot of fans and gained twice as many.
Dude, what a great song, though.
Why
right?
haven't I heard of that? That was 8 years ago?
It was 8 fucking years ago.
What are they doing now?
They got 2 albums after that song.
Okay, well, we're running out of time. We'll check that out later. That is absolute bonkers, dude. Okay, this next segment is not actually a segment, but I want to pitch to you a great theme idea for the podcast, meaning something really cool. I'm thinking we listen to an album during the week and we come back and talk about it. Basically, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Like you're lost, you're stranded on an island. What's your favorite album? We go from there. So we start with classics like
The first
Master of Puppets.
Godsmack album.
We talk about that. So like next week, we're going to talk about that album. Basically the whole podcast, but we'll divert. But that's
so you want me to listen to that album for the 13,000th time?
13,000th
we'll come back and
42nd
talk about
time. Get something fresh in your head, a new take. Well, we don't have to pick that album. We can pick the album later, so it's a surprise. But here's the deal.
I am literally playing that album like in my head constantly.
So we don't have to listen to it. But
I'm listening to it right now.
I'm thinking every week we have a new, and even when we bring guests on, I can communicate with the guests and be like, hey, this episode's going to be about what album, and find something we all know and love, or something that people are willing to listen to. But that way, people watching the podcast every week are going to be like, oh.
Does the moon actually possess that strange power?
Or we'll do, like, for example, this episode. This episode was... this one is the Redux. That was this episode. But you know what I mean? Like shit like that, where we don't even have to listen to it, but we could talk about why it's our favorite album. I like listening
to it, but you got to give me an album to listen to.
Okay, so basically...
we could talk about the first Godsmack album if you want.
Let me organize my thoughts. Okay,
all right.
We're viewers, right? We're viewers, and we're watching the podcast. This week, the thumbnail is the Master Puppets logo. And you're like, oh, I love Master Puppets. Click. We fucking gush about Master Puppets.
Okay.
Right? Great. The next episode, it's like Godsmack, whatever. Jimi Hendrix Experience.
This is not a very organized thought.
No, I'm getting you there. I'm getting you there.
What are we doing?
Listen, every week is a classic album. I think that's the one I'm going for. Something that not just we love, but everyone loves, like Fleetwood Mac Dreams.
Okay.
Or whatever the album is.
But you want me to listen to a classic album and then have...
Forget I said listen to it. Next week, every episode, let me organize it down.
I liked it better when we were listening to an album. I thought you were going to give me an album and listen to it, and then we'll talk about it.
So you like... It's that.
It's like book club.
It's book club.
It's like book club. It's book club.
It's book club.
It's book club.
All the ideas have been in my head, so it's hard to get them out. And now that they're out, it's book club.
I don't really think you got them out.
It's book club. Yeah.
All right. It's book club for albums.
So next, we'll talk about it later. So it'll be a
what album do you want me to listen to?
We'll do it after this. We'll talk about it after this. It's going to be a surprise every week for the viewer. For me and you.
Wouldn't it be better to say the album now so that then they're like, oh, I got to come back.
Oh, yeah,
I got to be back next week. I got to tune in next week so I can hear their thoughts on it.
Okay, so let's start with not albums we love. What's top 10 albums of all time? Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah. The Black Album.
Black Album's good.
Probably Master Puppets.
Should we start with Master Puppets?
The first 3 Godsmack albums.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Think. I say we start with something metallic, a Black Album.
What about what's the Dio album with Rainbow in the Dark?
Holy Diver, dude.
Is it Holy Diver?
I would love to start with Holy Diver.
That's a good one because I don't think I've ever listened to that one all the way through.
Oh, and that one I'm playing right now.
Are you playing that one?
Yeah.
Holy Diver.
You want to start with that?
All right, I'll listen to Holy Diver.
All right, so tune back in next week and it might be Holy Diver.
We're going to talk about Holy Diver.
Also, comment below some of the greatest albums of all time. That way we can gear BandHouse Podcast to talking about your favorite albums.
That is a song that every time I hear, I get so fired up when I hear. I'm gonna listen to Rainbow in the Dark.
Oh yeah,
it's so.
Oh, Rainbow in the Dark.
I just love that little.
That's the part you like.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
That's the part that's like.
I fucking love that.
That's the part that when I'm like, down, and then I hear, boop, boop, I'm like, oh yeah.
It brings you down. You're like, all right, I'll get through this.
Oh yeah, he's synthing right now.
I'll get through this, dude. It's so good, man.
Homer Synthson comes over here and fucking starts synthing at us.
I think there's an argument to be made that Ronnie James Dio is the best metal vocalist of all time.
He's the GOAT. Right.
I think you could put him as a GOAT. I feel like my favorite is Rob Halford, but I don't know. I feel like Dio's just got the most charisma.
Yeah,
he's got the most, and there's no way you don't love him, man.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
For sure.
He's so good. He's so good, man.
Absolutely. So that about wraps it up for this week. But I tell you what, in the comments below, tell us why you deserve a guitar. Because we're going to give one away.
Ooh.
And guess what? We're not going to advertise it on the thumbnail. Ooh. We're not even going to use it for clicks. So if you guys are genuinely watching this, you have a better chance at getting said guitar. It'll be an electric guitar. And it probably won't be anything special.
It will be Taylor's Gibson ES335.
It will not. Just kidding. I'll send you it.
That would be crazy, dude.
You can have it. There's a lot of guitars, so basically, don't worry about what it is. If you're a beginner who doesn't have any guitar, right below what you want a guitar or why you want to gift a guitar. And if you make the story up, that sucks because when we pick you, we're gonna vet the story. So, that being said, we're gonna give away a lot of more items. If you want an amp, we got amps. But right now, we're doing a guitar giveaway. Comment below. Also,
exciting.
If you're a musician, send us your emails at bandhousepodcast@gmail.com with your worst gig stories or something similar.
Oh, nice.
We want to hear them.
Yep.
We want to laugh at you.
That's a great story.
Yep. Don't tell us about your good gigs.
Yeah,
I guess you
cares
could.
about that.
Feel free to write them in, and we'll read them and everything. But it's not as entertaining as when
I want the bad ones.
You fall on your face. And
I like when I get to feel better about myself.
Yeah, like the gig where I was playing and everyone was looking into the bathroom because some lady was throwing up and her vag was hanging out, and I was like performing. Like, why is everyone not looking at me? That was why.
What song were you playing?
Fucking look it up. Look into it. Look it up. I don't know. Lick it up. I guess. That's what I was playing. Lick it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything you want to end us with?